Hello everybody. As you all know, I am somebody who always loves experimenting with makeup. I always love changing things around, and with the changing of seasons, that provides a great excuse for me to also switch up my makeup routine and try new things out. Since it's fall, I have really been looking towards many different sources to find inspiration, to add some variety and inject something new and fresh into my makeup routine for fall. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing my personal inspirations with you guys. I'm going to be sharing the products that I'm going to be using, and I'm also going to be talking about the techniques and the different ideas that I plan on using more of as well. I have already published some fall related content both on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram page. On my YouTube channel, I did a video in which I talked about 5 different palettes that I'm going to be wearing for the fall, and on my Instagram, of course, I've been doing a lot of fall related makeup looks. The first thing that I really want to try implementing into my routine moving into the fall months would be orange or red blush. This is actually something that I have been thinking about doing for quite a bit. I really don't know why I haven't actually moved forward with implementing this technique, or rather this color, into my face routine. But as many of you already know, I actually don't really use blush that much in my makeup routine. I prefer to use more bronzing products, and even today I don't really have anything on my face except a hint of bronzer or contour to give me that sculpted look, and that's actually what I prefer. However, I have really been drawn to the idea of using like a tawny, just orangey shade as a blush color. It looks really good on everybody that I've seen use it online, and I was playing around with the idea of doing that with my own makeup routine myself. So to do that, I have a few products in front of me that I plan on just implementing to create this technique. These are already items that I have owned for a very long time, and I've already shown you guys these things on this channel, but an example would be the James Charles and Morphe Pressed Pigments palette. I have the bigger version, but I was thinking of like maybe using this color, maybe this color, to create like some really unique blush shades without necessarily having to purchase more makeup, which is my goal with this video. I also was thinking of maybe mixing in this yellow with maybe this like orangey red color, or even this orange color right here, to just give a little bit of brightness to it. Yellow is definitely a color that I want to do more experimentation with moving forward, and I think this is an interesting way to do that with. Also, another option that I plan on using for this would be the Juvia's Place Festival palette. This is actually one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes of the moment, but I really envision using a few of these shades as a blush. So I am specifically looking at these 2 colors right here along with these 2 colors right here. Since I don't have very deep skin, I see myself mixing in these 2 colors, or maybe even these 2 colors, and just playing around with it, because I see myself creating like a very light blush shade that still has some orange color to it. I really want to create an effect that is really blended out. I don't want something that is too like harsh, even though I love that look for editorial. For just my face makeup in general, I actually look for things that are a little bit more understated, because usually my eye makeup looks and my lip looks are so like just dramatic. I want to balance it out by wearing no foundation, by wearing minimal face makeup. That's my style, and that's what I see myself doing more of this fall. Something else that I definitely want to implement more into my makeup routine would be some glitter and glossy textures. I have spoken about this on several occasions, and you might have noticed that for quite a bit this year I have really been loving glittery and glossy textures, and even during the summer months when I had a little bit more free time, I was just really into just experimenting with the idea of just putting straight gloss on my eyelids, and I still love that effect and it's so beautiful. But right now I am really interested in finding formulas that are foolproof, that are not as messy but still have that glossy glittery finish, that still have like that texture that I really find intriguing. So I'm really interested in implementing this concept into my eye makeup and into my lip makeup. I actually did a video, I think I published it a few days ago, in which I talked about under the radar makeup products, and in that video I talked about these three products right here from Hard Candy, these are the Glitterazzi's. I have been loving these and using these obsessively. I've been using them in so many different makeup looks, and I definitely see myself using more of these this fall, more than I already have. I specifically really love focusing on like these glittery ends right here, because these are actual dual-ended products. One end is supposed to be a liquid eyeshadow, that is this end right here, and then the other end is supposed to be a glitter suspended in a liquid format. So essentially the idea of this is that you don't even need glitter glue to apply this. You can just apply this straight onto the eyelid and it just sticks. So I really like that concept, and I really like these products themselves. Like, they're so good. I have three shades, of course. I have Earthy Vibes, Cosmo, Queens, and Supernova. If you want to see more swatches and more conversation about these products, there is a video for that, and I'll put it in the cards. But yeah, I've really been liking these products specifically for that effect. And some other stuff that I see myself using specifically to achieve this sort of glittery and glossy effect on my eyelids would be, surprisingly to many of you I guess, the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. So my birthday just was super recently, and my sister, of course, pretty much spoiled me with a lot of different gifts, and one of the presents that she got me were these Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows, and I actually got two shades from her. I got Vivid Jade, which is like this one right here, and I also got Vivid Sapphire. So actually I plan on really working with these two colors and testing them out some more, because I have previously only owned the Stila Glitter and Glow shades in neutral colors, but I've actually never tried the colorful shades that they have in the range. So even though I've already tried these out a little bit, I still plan on doing more in-depth reviews on these in the future, but I definitely do see myself using these for fall makeup because I already own them, and they are so fall appropriate that I see myself using these a lot. So this color, Vivid Sapphire, is of course the most beautiful blue tone. It has like a little bit of a violet shift to it. I absolutely love that. And then I have this one right here called Vivid Jade, which is pretty much like the same thing, only in like this very rich green color. So these products, the Stila ones and the Hard Candy ones, like these are definitely things that I see myself using to achieve that glossy, glittery effect on the eyelids that I have been so obsessed with recently. And then finally, I also want to spotlight this product that I mentioned in my Under the Radar makeup reviews video that I talked about before, but this is actually a really beautiful gloss from Milani. This is their Keep It Full Lip Plumper in the shade Nude Shimmer. There is more information on this gloss in the Under the Radar makeup reviews video, which of course is in the cards, but in short, I absolutely love this gloss and I've been using it a lot, and I see myself using it more for the rest of this fall season. On my lips today, I actually have another gloss that I'm testing out that will be featured in an upcoming video, but I've just really been obsessed with the idea of having like a glossy lip look, specifically, alright, when meshing it with just really deep, dark, rich lip colors. Let me put this away for now so I can pick up some other lip product. Yes, I do have that very glossy effect on my lips, but underneath I elected to use a deep, dark lip color, and that's actually what I've really been wanting to experiment with more this fall. I really want to start playing around with lip colors a little bit more, because during the spring and summer I was really into like the bright pop of just color on the lips. I was wearing a lot of pink lipstick, which I still love, but I really have been interested in just wearing brown kind of shades, wine colors, red colors, and more taupey nude colors as well. And in front of me right now, I actually have three options that I've chosen specifically for this video. These are three lip colors that I specifically want to use more of moving into fall. The first one is the one I'm wearing on my lips today. It is actually the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Vixen. This is a mini version of their full-size liquid lipstick, and I absolutely love the Huda Beauty mini liquid lipsticks. I find myself using them a lot, and they actually, of course, come at a discount compared to her usual liquid lipsticks, but this is essentially like a very beautiful, like, browny red kind of color. I consider it to be more of a unique brown shade because there's so much red in it, and I actually find it very flattering. On me, I don't often find brown shades super flattering, but this one has so much red in it that it really just enhances the entire makeup look that I have going on. So I love this color, but I will say this, I don't necessarily like the fact that this lip color specifically is so patchy. I do have to layer it several times, and I have to work with it, and I have to really press it in. So the formula, not so great. The color is something that I really like though, and the color is so beautiful that I'm willing to work with it for that reason. But of course, I don't know if I'd recommend it based on the formula, but the color is one that I really like. I do also want to talk about these Makeup Geek iconic lipsticks. Like I said previously in this video, I did a video titled Under the Radar Makeup Reviews, and in that video I swatched and talked about these lipsticks in depth. But just to make it short and sweet for this video, I have two shades. I have the shade Rare, which is this beautiful just like taupey color right here. It's more of a matte. And then I have the shade Candid, which is a little bit of a rosier version of Rare, but it has like a little bit more of like a cream to gloss finish. So I have been loving both of these. I think that the formula is so beautiful, and I definitely see myself using like more of these taupier tones in the fall months especially. As you all know, I have like this obsession with colorful shadows. Whenever I'm wearing eyeshadow, more often than not, I wear super colorful shades, and in the fall months, I really find myself drawn to jewel tones. I mean, I always find myself drawn to that kind of eyeshadow color, but during the fall months especially, that's a great excuse for me to just implement more of those jewel tones into my makeup looks. And I have in front of me a few different palettes I see myself using to create this effect. I will say this, I posted a video, I think it was a few weeks ago, in which I talked about 5 different palettes I see myself using more of in the fall months. I basically shopped my stash for that video, and if you're interested in seeing it, it's in the cards. It's a really great video. I talked about each one of the palettes in depth, but you might recognize a few of these palettes from that video, but I also have two other ones that you might not have already seen. The first palette is Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I love this palette and I talk about it a lot. I think that this is such a beautiful color scheme, and I absolutely love it for fall. So these are definitely like cool tones, like not cool tones, jewel tones, grungier tones that I see myself using more of. And then, of course, I really want to talk about, where is it? This palette right here. This is the Juvia's Place, the Festival palette. You might have recognized this from earlier in the video, but I really like this red, I like this gray, I like this turquoise, and I just see this palette as being a really great palette to implement into fall color schemes. Some other jewel tone palettes that I have really been inspired by lately would be the Icon eyeshadow palette. I've had this for quite a bit, and I actually really want to use more of it because if you look inside, you have so many beautiful metallic colors. You have like these blues that are absolutely stunning, and then you have like this array of purples, and then you have like these highlighting shades. But I see myself using like a lot of these colors right here during the fall. These metallics are really so silky and so nice, and I really like this color scheme, and I want to use more of it. And then finally, I want to talk about this Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette. I am currently in the process of testing this out, and this will be in an upcoming video at some point, but I am just so into like the jewel tones, like the grungier tones that are present in this palette. So this color scheme, and of course these other color schemes, are really beautiful tones that I imagine fitting in with like the jewel toned inspiration that's going around in my head right now. Another thing that I've really been into would be like smudgy eyeliner, winged eyeliner, just eyeliner in general. You would have noticed in several more of my recent videos I have been wearing a lot of winged liner, and that's just simply because I have been obsessed with it, and I find myself wearing winged liner every single day. Like even when I'm not filming, I wear winged liner. Like that's my go-to everyday look. And also I really do love smudging eyeliner on my lower lash line as well. Like that's one of my favorite ways to wear winged liner now, because for me, I just really like that classic smudgy look. So I definitely see myself using more eyeliners in the fall. I will share with you hold on, two eyeliners that I find to be really great for this smudging purpose. These are both drugstore products. So the first one is actually the one I'm wearing on my eyes today. Yeah, this is the one. This is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Eyeliner, and this is in the shade number 1 Black. This is a pencil liner. And then I have the Wet n Wild, what's this called, On Edge Long Wearing Eye Pencil, and this is also in the black shade. So these are both really great. I do find that this one is a little bit more high impact than the Rimmel one, but also if you apply this on your lower lash line and you try smudging it out, it will give like a super intense effect. So if you're into that, that's great. But for me, on the daily, I'm not really wearing any false lashes. So I found that if I had like a really heavy black effect going all around the eye, I look a little bit intimidating, all right? So for me, I find that for on an everyday basis, I prefer wearing the Rimmel one because this one is so just deep, so black, but it's a touch less impactful than the Wet n Wild one. These are both eyeliners that I really, really love, and I will be repurchasing them both. But I have found that this one, it's a little bit more under the eyes friendly because it doesn't look as harsh. Like I'm wearing it on my under eye right now, and I didn't really put a lot on, but it has like that kind of beautiful framing effect without being too overwhelming. This one though, it's like the Wet n Wild one is super impactful and like just super dramatic. So this would be a great one if you want eyeliner for the top lash line as well. So anyway, those are all the different makeup items that I want to mention in today's video. This is a little bit of an unconventional video, but I do hope that you enjoyed it and found it interesting. I do find myself just constantly looking for new ways to wear makeup and new ways to get inspired and get motivated to just try out different looks. And I mean, just looking at fall trends is just so fascinating to me, especially when I'm thinking of ways I can shop my stash to mirror those trends, if that makes any sense. But thank you so much for watching till the end. I do hope you enjoyed this video and found it inspiring, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.